The third race weekend in the FIA Formula 3 European Championship takes us to another street circuit. We're at Nuremberg and the Norisring, and the pole sitter is Marcus Armstrong for Prema Theodore Racing. Armstrong then with a good start stays in front for race 1. Behind him Gian Daravala falls back to P4. Ralph Aron is P3, and the third in the championship, Daniel Ticktum, P4, followed by Mick Schumacher. Already in the first lap, Sacha Fenestraz and South African driver Jonathan Aberdeen touch each other, and Fenestraz crashes into the wall. The race is over for the man that's P4 in the championship. So Fenestraz regrettably has to make his way into the pits. This is Gian Daravala with a good move against Daniel Ticktum to take that P3 position back again. Now the championship leader, Inem Ahmed, started from P4, risks too much, spins around and falls back from P9 to P18. Ended up only P14, scoring no points. In the end, it's an easy start-finish victory for Marcus Armstrong, followed by his Prema teammate Ralph Aron, and Gian Daravala takes P3. Celebrations on the podium then for Marcus Armstrong. Big spectator numbers here at the Norisring that would see a huge crash unfold right at the start of race 2. Daniel Ticktum didn't get away, and Amaya Vadyanathan wasn't able to avoid the stricken number 27 car, and at high speed crashed right into the back of it. Both drivers were able to walk away from the cars unaided, but of course went off to hospital for medical checks, but deemed not to be seriously injured. Robert Schwartzman, who was going from pole position, got pushed into the concrete wall, breaking suspension. It was Inem Ahmed that squeezed him into the concrete, and that would be the end of the pole sitter's race. At the restart, Juri Vips was looking very lively and would overtake Marcus Armstrong to pick up the P2, and then the fight was on to Inem Ahmed. And here you can see Juri Vips then out of the final turn across the start-finish line. They're side by side heading into the Grundig turn, which is turn number 2. A little touch between the two of them, but Juri Vips puts himself ahead and into the lead of the race. A good race too from Mick Schumacher, starting from P20, overtaking Guan Yu Zhu in the fight for P11. In the end, Schumacher will score 1 point, finishing P10. But Juri Vips wins the second race at the Norisring ahead of Inem Ahmed, who widens the gap to his opponents. Then it was Armstrong, Ticktum, Aron and Zhu. Great news for Ticktum because the Motopark team worked hard and got his car on the grid for race 3. Unfortunately, Vadyanathan would not be on the grid. A good start from Ticktum, overtaking Juri Vips for P2. But in the first corner of the first crash, it's Nikita Troitsky spinning Alex Paulo, and Marino Sato and Jonathan Aberdeen can't find a way through, and they crash as well. Ben Hingley tries to react, touches Paulo, breaks his suspension, and his race is over as well. After the safety car break, Daniel Ticktum will overtake Marcus Armstrong and will take the lead of the race. A brilliant all the way around the outside move here. And as they headed up towards the Choloresses, a great move from Daniel Ticktum to pick up the race lead. It was nip and tuck into the Choloresses. The next accident was caused by Mick Schumacher. He pushed Artem Petrov into Sacha Fenestraz. The race for Fenestraz ends once again here. Safety car has to come out yet again. And after the safety car break, Juri Vips overtakes Marcus Armstrong and takes P2. But in the end, it will be Daniel Ticktum winning 57 milliseconds ahead of Juri Vips. It was a real fight to the line and very nearly a photo finish. So confirmation of the result on screen for you, and the Motopark team very happy. In the Drivers' Championship, Marcus Armstrong now 1 point ahead of Daniel Ticktum. And the celebrations on the podium, the next round of the FIA Formula 3 European Championship, mid-July, Zandvoort.